What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Quickie here. So I wanted to talk about how Take-Two CEO says basically the world isn't ready for VR. Not in the sense of, oh, they won't be able to handle it. In the sense of they don't have $2,000 to shove down people's throat. I was like, what? So the article I'm reading was from GameSpot, and I'm reading it, and the thing is, the CEO's saying like how no one really, he's like, maybe people in the room, like the audience and the analyst he was telling this to, he's like, maybe you guys have a separate room, because you know, they're analysts, they're like journalists, they have like gamers, they're huge people, they're not just like everyday people like you and me. They actually do experiments, all this crazy shit, and they make money off that shit. So he's like, you probably have a room dedicated to video games. He's like, not the average American. True, that is true, and I get where he was going at, and I understand his argument, because he's saying they don't have $2,000 to throw down for a dedicated VR room. I don't know if he necessarily meant VR with the Omni thing where you run in it, or he meant a gaming PC for $2,000, because I wasn't really sure what he was talking about. If you're talking about VR, a PlayStation 1 would cost $800. I was trying to do the math. $800. Well, necessarily $900. Of Oculus Rift one, the lowest, crappiest one, would cost around $1,400 to $1,500. And same thing with Vive. I think it's like a little more, 100 more probably, because it's a little better. That's about it. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too like that. So I didn't really understand what he meant by necessarily dropping $2,000. I was like, there's people that are willing to actually drop that amount of money. They're not necessarily there to dedicate a room for VR. Like, I would not personally have that. I don't think my fucking room can fit an Omni. I'll probably break something. But a lot of people are dedicated to put VR. Like, I bought the VR. I pre-ordered that shit. I have the PlayStation VR. It's coming in October. Whenever the hell it gets released, we'll find out in E3. Still, like, I'm getting it. I'm VR ready. Like, a lot of Americans are VR ready. People are excited. The thing is, he wasn't, like, shitting on VR. He was just saying it's too costly. Which is, I feel like he needs to clarify more on what he exactly meant by that. I'm assuming it was getting, like, a whole gaming PC, I guess. Or that Omni set. It could be either or. I don't see any other possibility on what he meant by that. Maybe he's talking about true VR, which the device itself would cost way more than even the HTC Vive. Probably like $1,200-$1,300. Maybe that's what he meant to say. But still, nonetheless, I obviously don't take his... I like what he said, because in 2014 he also talked about this similar issue about VR, because I believe Oculus would still be like extremely high. I don't know if Facebook bought it back then, but it was still being hyped up and whatnot. And he's like, you know, he's like, when I come home and I see my kids playing, they play with their friends. He's like, they're social. He's like, it wouldn't make sense to put this. He's like, only core gamers would like this, who don't like care about being social that much. I don't know what that exactly means. Not everyone is always... I don't have my fucking friend next to me all the fucking time playing with me. I play with my friends. He's on the other side of the world, or he's in his fucking room, or whatever. He's like in his house, I mean, and he's over there playing. I don't need to necessarily have it on my bed or my chair or whatever next to me, or on my dick playing with me. He can be wherever he wants to be, and we can play online. That's the power of the internet, you know. You know, GTA has that also, you know, online server. Like, I didn't really necessarily understand what he meant by that either. I need more clarification on his statements. But overall, again, like I said, I respect his point of view and I understand it, but we'll see. VR is the thing right now. Everyone's going for it. It's not just one company, it's many companies doing it. Even Xbox about to throw it down. Nintendo, you did it, you failed like 20 years ago, but that's not the point right now. But still, guys, let me know your thoughts below though. What do you guys think about his statements? Like, do you agree with him? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comment section below. But hey guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, it helps a lot. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. Besides that, Quickie out. Peace.